Well, speaking of sports, Major League Baseball making a big announcement today, officially elevating the Negro Leagues of Baseball to equal status of MLB. We spoke today with an expert in black sports history to get his perspective on it all.
Dr. Lewis Moore, assistant professor at Grand Valley State University and author of a book that touched on integration in Major League Baseball, saying he was not surprised by the announcement Wednesday.
These are the stories that we need to tell, and these are the stories that we need to celebrate.
The stories and statistics of baseball's Negro League, all designated Major League status by MLB, with the commissioner Rob Manfred saying in part, "All of us who love baseball have long known that the Negro Leagues produced many of our game's best players, innovations, and triumph against a backdrop of injustice. We're now grateful to count the players of the Negro Leagues where they belong as major leaguers within the official historical record." Quite a step for a league that was completely white until 1947.
But one way to think about this is to look at what happens after integration, right? If we just look at the National League and their MVPs from 1949 to 1959, all but two of those MVPs had played in the Negro Leagues. So we're talking about guys like a Jackie Robinson, a Willie Mays, a Ernie Banks, a Don Newcomb, Roy Campanella. All those guys spent time in the Negro Leagues, and when they get to Major League Baseball, they're the best.
And now part of the club, exactly 100 years after the Negro League began.
And some of these guys, like a Josh Gibson, who's said to hit over 800 home runs, would always hear, if you weren't white, we would have you in this league.
What it means for the record books of a sport so rich in tradition and numbers, we don't yet know, with many of the Negro League stats still buried in old newspaper articles.
I think the best thing to do is to acknowledge that everybody before Jackie Robinson needs an asterisk, right? Because Babe Ruth didn't go against Satchel Paige. Babe Ruth didn't go against Smokey Joe Williams, and his stats count.
And soon the stats of all 3,400 Negro League players over 28 years will also count.
It's huge because just like we talk about baseball being America's game, it's a way to say the Negro Leagues were a part of America's game.
And some great respect, definitely better late than never.